Hey, Decathlon gamer, welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. This is All Rounder. It's episode number 47. Almost at that half-century mark, coming up on it pretty quick, especially after that little break we had with the CPU going down. It's nice to be back into full swing. It's also nice to be at least 99% recovered from the cold that I had last week. So it's it was a pretty interesting last month or so. And of course, it's just been an interesting 2020 in general, hasn't it? All sorts of things going on in the world we live in. Anyway, I'm at the Crow race. I'm surprisingly in the lead after, making up for what ended up being a quite wild episode. I was comfortably ahead, and then chaos happened, and we ended up in 12th place on the last race. Tour of Luxembourg, yeah. And then here, with no chance of anything, a random opportunity just kind of popped up, and I was like, what the hell, let's go for it. And I end up winning a stage by half a wheel and find myself in the lead of this one. Stage 3, though, my objective is, you're the leader of the general classification. Awesome. But then the team's just like, we know you're not going to win this thing, but you got the jersey, so enjoy. So I get a couple riders to support me, and we go to enjoy this stage. Well, speaking of, I was actually going to kind of skip the ending on this one, or at least just come back in the final few kilometers, and time has just kind of zipped on by, and we already are almost to the end. We do have a little undulation here, so there's a few riders out the back. There is a small break. They still have a minute and a half. That's not an easy catch with just 26k to go. So there's a real chance that my team, along with the others, the sprint teams in particular, have dropped the ball on this one. Luke Rowe going back to get water, and he is shoulder bobbing like there's no tomorrow, trying to get up here. He's almost brought water to me, but still not quite. Gap's now under a minute. There's one last little uphill and then a couple short ones, but it's a little bit of a descent on the finish, and we know how that favors me. So maybe, just maybe, if I can get myself out front. Plankart, where are you at, buddy? You do not have much, but if you can get up on my wheel, maybe, just maybe, I can get a lead out here. Also, we are seeing a little bit of a break, a little bit of split in the field at the moment. This is good. The breakaway has pulled out more of a gap once again, so those guys are working well. And of course, I just lost Plankart. And I've got Luke Rose still, but that's it. And if I had full team here right now, or at least these 4 guys right now,
attacked by
we could do something. Peloton is been all wonky. Is that the finish? No, that was the start, right? It's hard to tell how we're going to finish this thing, but this is less than ideal circumstances. One, the breakaway still has a little bit. Here's that last little uphill, and there they are. It's so close.
The breakaway has now got over a minute on the pack.
Oh, and now I have Plankart again, of course. Now's a good time to grab that gel, though. There's Plankart. Come on, get up here, because I want this lead out. I want to attack that last little descent. Plankart's just too far back. So we're just going to have to get on with the show. Alright, Ro, here we go. Come on. Where you at, buddy? Coming up on that descent. And it's still behind and not going to catch the breakaway. So really, we're just kind of riding for 4th place now. Luke Rowe, it's 3k to go, but he's going to transcend, and he's going to have a bit of downhill, especially right here, so he can sprint it out from more than a K away, and now I can sprint it out, coming out the corner to the finish. Jan Bakelants takes the win. And Yebo second. And Gonzalez third. That's your breakaway. Mataway, I would have had third place. I would have picked up 4 bonus seconds. And we lose time to those front guys. Do they move into the race lead? I don't know. We'll find out here shortly. I would have had a nice solid third place today thanks to that little downhill lead in and my single lead out rider in Luke Rowe, who with my help grabs 11th place. It's my teammate Plankart, who should have been helping and working for me, who ends up out sprinting me to take 5th place. So yeah, no, I'm not the team leader, not proper anyway. So it makes sense that they don't want to work for me. Buckalance gets 29 seconds over the rest of the field. Everybody else on the same time. All the way at least through 98 riders. So Buckalance does move into the race lead. So bye-bye leader's jersey. That was nice. While it lasted. Didn't last long though, did it? Didn't even get the 4 seconds either. I still lead the points classification, so there's that. And the under 25s. So I still have 2 jerseys on. It's not too bad. And I get a whopping 8 points. We are now 9 away from leveling up. We've missed the World Championships. Alright, so on to stage 4, and this is the climber stage. This is the one where I'm going to lose a bunch of time and therefore be out of contention for the overall, even though I sit in 2nd place. But what I am in contention for is the points classification. Therefore, I just took maximum points at the first sprint points, only 6, but 6 points makes a difference. I now have a 9-point lead. We have a Category 1 climb coming up. I really need to start recovery here. 2 minutes, 44 seconds ahead of the peloton, so that is definitely enough pace. We've got a group of 7 chasing and then another group of 3 just behind that. The gap has closed significantly, so hopefully I can get in here and recover shortly. Get over that Category 1, if I'm lucky, and then go get maximum points again on the next one. Alright, 2 minutes, all 11 riders together. And we're actually riding quite hard. I'm going to start trying to recover by not working. So we'll see how that goes, because at this point I have no chance on this Category 1 if we don't lift the pace a little bit. And right now we are definitely not lifting the pace a little bit. I have started my recovery. Let's grab some water before we start climbing. Recovery on slightly. We're kind of hovering around the recovery and not recovery. And we begin the climb, and I'm at half strength. So this is probably not going to go too well for me, I would imagine. Over the top, they will attack, and I'll be in trouble there. But if I can make it until that point of attack... Nope, I didn't. Oh, gosh, I'm back in the peloton already. Dang, that was fast. There's a lot of fatigue in the peloton as well. So we are halfway up the climb. I am still alive. Still alive. So maybe, just maybe, I can attack off the front again if there's not much of a break and not much of a gap. And then go claim the other sprint point. That's still a possibility right now. Under 25s, we can say farewell to that one. There's no way I'm going to hang on to it over the next climb. But peloton, it has shrunk a bit. I'm still alive in the peloton, so that's good. There's the top. And now we begin our descent, and I made it, so that's nice. But we still have 4 riders away, which means maximum points, or any points, is a reach, as you only get 6, 4, and 2 for the first 3 riders to cross. So, I actually only have 1 teammate left in a peloton of 35, but those 4 riders have not been caught. Let's do something here, guys. Lewis, I want you to go catch this breakaway. It's only 1:18. If we can bring them back, then I could still potentially get the maximum points here. So that would be very nice if we could do that. So why don't we commit some riders? Alright, we'll put 3 guys in on that chase, and then I'm gonna get Plankart. Oh, no, not Plankart. Let's get
The breakaway
Rusin
has now got over a minute
up
on
on
the
my
pack.
wheel. He could be
The pack
my
is
lead out
increasing its
man
work
if
rate.
we get
Some
there.
teams
It's
can't
only
be happy with the
4K to go,
breakaway.
and it's still a minute, and Lewis has only just started to close that gap, so I'm not sure this is going to go terribly well for us. But there they are. Right there. It's less than a minute now. 2K to go. I got to start moving Del Grosso. Del Grosso is here. That's my lead out man. Rusin has not made it, so go ahead and relax. Go back to auto, to Grosso. I'm going to follow you, and you're going to sprint. I don't think I'm going to catch these. Oh, no, they're sprinting for it. Why? Why? All right, sit. All right, no points on that one, unfortunately. We brought the break back, but just after the sprint point. Now I just have to survive the stage, and by survive I mean like don't die climbing this big climb. I've got a 70 on my mountain rating today. I certainly won't die, but I won't finish at the front either. And suddenly I have no support either, because my support was for, the sprint points. Now it's every man for himself as we head up. Alright, we set a tempo that I think we can maintain for a while. I climbed 18 kilometers in length at some gradient that is 17 hours and blah blah blah. There it is, 7.2%. 1,300 meters of climbing, and wow, look how tired I am already. Let's back off a little more and start slipping backwards. Peloton down to 59 riders, and I'm still there, so haha. There's your managing your pace. And we're done. Still 36 in the break, and I'm a part of a very large group of that just got dropped. Arden's been hanging on. Last guy in the peloton for us, and we're into the final 5 kilometers now. And I definitely am not losing a ton of time, but I lost time nonetheless. Oh, they still haven't finished. I'm almost to the end. Oh, nice little steep section. Dan Martin wins the stage ahead of Schlegel and Omar Frele. Osorio, Sepkus, 5th and 6th. Arnsman takes 7th on the stage. Nicely done for him. Ahead of Matawai and Bennett. That's a good finish. Rowan Dennis, 15th. DeVos down there in 17th. DeVos was on my career mode team last season. Where did I end up finishing? 41st. Yeah, not bad for a non-climber. With 70 mountain and 72 resistance on the day. Who spent a lot of time in the break.
Here are the key moments of the race.
Certainly not the whole stage. Really only about half of it, but it's a good amount of time. Stage 5 is the team time trial, and we go to set off. I'm going to go max effort. I have nothing to lose from this other than crashing into a wall at full speed. That might hurt a little bit. Arnsman is 10th place overall after taking 7th on that last stage. Luke Rowe not contributing at all on that one. I've got everybody else set to auto, even though it looks like I actually do have the capability of providing control to the team. Not much to do on this stage. There is no team orders or anything like that. I do still have the sprints jersey with my 48 points, and with only one stage to go, that's going to give me a decent shot at claiming that jersey. I only have one stage to survive, and I've got a 9-point cushion, which is not a lot, especially depending on how stage 6 is. If it's a standard sprint stage, you got to figure somebody's going to pick up a solid 25-point gain at the end of the stage, and it's not likely to be me. So how that turns out, right, it could go multiple ways, but it looks like I'll need some intermediate sprint points, most likely, to get through it. But we sit 11th at the first checkpoint, 5th at the second checkpoint, now 6th. But we're not losing much time, and as we approach the finish, we've got whole team intact, and yeah, we're looking okay. Across the line, currently 45 seconds down. We will definitely drop further back, but yeah, that's really not a bad result on the team time trial. Everybody making it to the finish, though, doesn't help. It means we didn't go as deep as we could. But 8th out of 13, 8th out of 13 right now means we're below the halfway mark on the teams, but at least we're not bottom. Wow, Hagen's Berman action. All right, on to the final stage. And this is actually the kind of stage that I could do decently well in. I'm definitely not, destined to do awful or anything like that. But expecting myself to get 25 points at the end and having a legitimate shot at winning, yeah, not so much. But with 3 intermediate sprint points, that's 18 points available, and I just easily claimed the first 6 of those right there. I now have a 15-point lead. Mataway is one of the favorites for this stage. Really got to watch out for him. I need a decent cushion, and those 18 points can make a massive difference on that. And then I'm more than welcome to just sit up, go back to the field, and prepare for the stage finish and do what I can with the stage itself. But claiming the points jersey at the end of this race can make a huge difference in the point tally for this one. So that's what we're going to go for. It's points jersey first. 3 minutes to the peloton, 1 rider in no man's land, and then we would ultimately have a group of 6. I don't see any other names among the 5 that are here right now that are in contention, so I should have an easy time claiming maximum points over these next 2 sections. And there you go, now it is 6, and yeah, no names jumping out. Banijek in the group. 10k to go to the next sprint point. 3:44 over the peloton. And like I said, I should have an easy time grabbing maximum points over these next 2, and then I'm just gonna sit on from that point forward. Whoa. I was hoping that I would go fast enough to just ride on the front and that they would let me do that. They didn't.
Appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway,
So
given that the
I'd
pack
waste
has
a little
increased its
energy on
speed.
that, but that's okay. Alright, so 60 points now. That's a 21-point lead. That's nearly enough. But still not quite. Stage winner could still threaten that jersey. So 6 points at the next one. We'll take care of that. Gap down to 3:11. Oh my goodness. I just remembered that band from the early 90s, 3:11. Oh, now the song's stuck in my head too. It's amazing how quickly that can come up out of nowhere. 6k to go. Let's grab some water before it's a little late into that process. 4.5k to go. We'll start cycling through towards the front. That'll make this task a little bit easier as we get up there. 2k to go. Now 3rd wheel behind 2 teammates. Now 2nd wheel, and 600 meters. Go ahead and tack, and sit up. There we go. Good job. And now we just sit on. I have nothing to ride for anymore except the stage. I don't think that's happening from the breakaway. Points jersey secure. So now we go and try to claim a 2nd stage. We've already gotten 1 shock stage win, stage 2, and then we've had what amounted to a third place finish, and I'm getting left behind by the group. That's okay. That is okay by me. Just cruise my way back to the peloton. Let's grab some water before it's too late. Minute back to the group now. And we're back in. Minutes to the remnants of the break. You know, those guys I just spent a couple hours riding with. Yet it felt like minutes. Now this is a cobbled, punchy finish. 3 climbs. It appears to be the same climb 3 times. So we just go into a little looping circuit at the finish, 3 laps. But it's an uphill cobbled section. Don't know how steep it is. Suppose we could check.
The pack's deficit is being
usually
cut
does
back.
show.
The breakaway
3
is not to
stars.
everybody's liking. The peloton
Maybe
has
the grab,
significantly increased
so.
its speed.
It's just 1 kilometer
There's a
in length,
breakaway in the leading group.
but we're going to hit it 3 times.
We've got 15 kilometers to the finish line.
Okay, I have 0 team support. And I have drifted back a little bit. We're going to use sneak
And
here.
some riders are exploiting this
Get close to
opportunity to
front.
attack. The riders have to have their wits about them on this dangerous section.
And there's the
you
finish
never know what's
line.
going to happen on cobblestones. Puncture! The rider will have to
And
burn
you
some
can
energy to
see
get back into the pack.
just how
The
quick
pack is
things are
increasing
splitting
its
off.
work
We have a
rate.
group of
Some teams
21
can't
that
be
have gotten
happy with the
away.
breakaway.
Last 2
It's
breakaway
survival of the
riders
fittest,
still ahead of
and
us, but we're
evolution
about to
doesn't
bring
seem
the
to favor
first
those
of
in the
those 2
rear.
in.
There's a growing list of
Now it's a
riders
group of
left
22.
behind.
It's a very
10
small
kilometers to
gap
the finish
to the
line.
peloton. And we're already into round number 2 mode. There we go. On to the climb. The animations are either off or the zones are placed wrong. One or the other.
5 kilometers
Now it's
remaining.
101 riders, but I'm in an ideal position for a solid finish on this one. I'm guessing Mataway is probably right up here near the front. There's Jens van Rensburg, Frele, Rusin's here, Vermark is here. Yeah, these guys are going to be really tough to beat. 3K to go. Gel. Oh, man. Gel. Yeah. Let's go forward. Come on. Come on, gamer. Okay, sprint is on. Caught behind some guys here as we head towards the line, but this is looking like a really solid finish. I'm caught behind a few guys, able to go forward. It looks like I'm aiming for about 5th place.
He really handled the breakaway well.
Yeah, the animations are all way off. The wins already happened, and yet we've got 0 display over those places. I ended up slipping to 6th, though. That's a good result. That does come with points. Timo Rusin took 3rd for us. I should get a little bonus for that top 10.
We're
maybe.
waiting for the tail enders who continue to arrive.
I should have saved that sneak for the last time because I did get held up a couple times there. I would have been slightly higher up, but realistically, it probably would have. It would have made a couple bike links, but a couple bike links in this situation would have meant only a single position overall. It would have meant 5th place, just closer to those front guys. They were too quick for me. I was never going to challenge for the win with a 70 hill and 66 cobble rating. And 69 resistance, no bonus to any of those, -1 race day condition. Yeah, I was never going to challenge. Oh, finally we get
And here are the key
Random.
moments of the race.
results there. Alright, so race is done. Everybody same time there. GC wise, there was definitely some time losses, so it does shake things up. Arnsman gets back up to 12th, but he lost a lot of time on the team time trial. I finished 32nd overall, 622 behind. But the important one is I claim the points classification by a solid, respectable 13 points ahead of Valentin Marouet. Omar Freile was second. Cesar, who had been at the top of the classification, drops to fourth. Jens van Rensburg, fifth. Jan Bakelants and my teammate Timo Rusin. But I got a jersey. That'll definitely be worth something. Arnsman's second in the under 25s. As a team, we were 15th out of 20. And 17 points for winning that jersey. That is enough to level up. Only a... Wow! Come on, game. Skill point and then skill point again. 2 levels in a row. Gotta be kidding me. Like that. In terms of the number of levels, they're already thinking that I'm quite good at this point. I'm not. I've got a long ways to go. Stop stretching it out like that for me. That's a massive weight. Yeah, I still don't have a contract for next season. Yeah. I don't think that makes any difference right now. There's the turn of the month, too. Another 45 points. All right. This would be the ideal time to end the episode. However, I do think it is time to sit on and wait just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick time lapse. Keep an eye on this section and see when we get that pop-up, because they're saying there's not going to be a contract offer. The team that wants me 100% beat has not come in with an offer yet. Okay, so there it is. Beat Cycling has worked out a contract renewal. And there it is. And the game did just declare that you have to have a contract. They won't leave you empty-handed. So there it is. We have our contract. Monthly salary now $9,000. It's going up a bit. And it literally is the final day to sign. So our team waited till the last possible minute, and I think it was just forced by the game. My assumption is the team did not have the necessary budget to re-sign me. Otherwise, they would have a long time ago. But thanks to the game forcing their hand, it looks like 99% evaluation of the team was finally honored, and we're back with Beat Cycling Club for a second season. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.